Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
And I'm Mark Palmer.
Are you watching Examining Cinema? So young Marky, what are we reviewing?
That new Black Mirror movie, Bandersnatch.
So I want to talk a bit about Netflix, how cinema is dying, and no one's going to movies anymore because tickets are like $25 in Australia.
It's ridiculous.
It's fucking crazy, and movies are garbage also.
Yeah, there's maybe one or two really good movies a year, if that. Half the time they're remakes.
Yeah. Oh, they're all remakes. But yeah, the bean counters have taken over, and it's just like fucking some corporate, like all-in thing where it's just about making money. Doesn't feel like an artist making a movie anymore. Feels like a committee trying to make fucking money. And then we got this new fucking thing in our lounge room, just creating content. Pay like $13 for it a month or something. It's right there.
Absolutely top quality shit too.
Yeah, and it feels like artists making pieces of art rather than a committee in a corporation
Making pieces of shit.
Yeah. So yeah, this whole Netflix thing has really revolutionized film and media and how we absorb content.
And it's affordable. Most people can afford it.
Yeah, it's cheap as, especially for what you get.
Yeah, bloody oath. Especially there. I mean, all you do have is an internet connection and then the thing. We're not sponsored by Netflix.
We're not sponsored by Netflix. Although Netflix, if you want to sponsor us, I will sell out and become a Netflix shield husk for money.
Part of the excitement of working at Netflix is constantly inventing what is internet TV. There's a lot of responsibility because we are innovating on this whole new form.
So yeah, Black Mirror is like, did you ever see The Twilight Zone? It was like a 1950s kind of similar sci-fi one-off story deal.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a few episodes. I didn't watch it like religiously or anything.
Yeah, it came back in the 90s too. I've seen a handful of episodes and they're great, especially the 50s ones, because I don't know, just funny and interesting and well written. So it's kind of like that, but it's like dystopian, and it's about technology and how it can go wrong and fuck up and.
Most of the series, because in case you're not up to date with Black Mirror, there's 3 seasons to it, and it's kind of all been sort of like in the future, in not so distant future to now.
Future.
But this one was in the past.
Yeah, this one was in the 80s, which is the thing now, like 80s nostalgia is full kicked in, and there are so many things set back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's kind of irritating, but I didn't feel it in this. It didn't like call attention to itself. It didn't like stop and say, hey, remember the 80s? Rubik's Cubes and leg warmers. It had the music and stuff, but like that feels natural to the setting.
You're not hearing voices or...
No voices, but there is something.
But yeah, so the basic concept for this movie, Bandersnatch, or Bandersnatch if you will. Yeah, it's like those choose your own path books, interactive. You get choices, and the choices you make impact how the story evolves. It's like that, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess video games have been doing that for fucking a decade. But yeah, I thought maybe it would break immersion and pull me out. It didn't really.
No, you kind of got those moments like, oh shit, the fuck, which one do I choose, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's an interactive film, so it's not just you can't just sit back and watch it. You have to keep like your controller or your mouse or whatever in hand, and you can choose out of 2 things. Some of the stuff seems pointless, but it's not. They make references later.
Yeah, it's like a cereal choice early on and music choice early on. I watched it through once, and then I watched half of it while I was making notes this morning, so I don't know how all of those little choices impact the overall narrative and change.
But, I mean, we may have gotten to completely different endings, so...
Yeah, maybe. So alright, let's talk about the plot line. So basically this kid, he's like into this book and he's a computer programmer. He gets like an interview with this new upcoming company. He goes in. They like the idea. He Well, first of all, I clicked agree to like the thing because it made sense. Like this is what he wants. This is his dream.
Basically, the company offered to, because he's already started making this game based on a book, which was a multiple choice book for whatever year. And the video game company said, we will give you a team and we will let you create this game, but it has to be out by this certain date. So I did the same thing. I thought, hey, that's clearly what he wants. I'll agree to it. What could happen if I disagree? You know.
And then like
forward.
Straight away, it kind of turns and shifts and gets all negative.
The guy's like, wrong choice, mate.
Yeah, that gamer guy. Because the thing also about it is like it's self-aware, and he becomes paranoid and schizophrenic and realizes that he's in this multiple choice like Netflix movie, and it's like breaking the fourth wall and shit. And that guy is like well aware of all the different varying paths we're on. He's like the top gun at the place. He was in remember that Narnia Chronicles Lion Witch in the Water?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played like this horribly annoying kid.
Yeah, I've played all of your games.
Colin is a gifted games developer. He recognises a certain talent in Stefan.
How did you know that?
He was good at this.
Yeah, I liked
He was
it.
very serious, but I found after that scene where he, like, you know, okay, so basically when you'd lose, which is exactly what happened if you said to go with the spoilers.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what happened if you chose to go with the company. The thing that happened was it puts you back to before you made that choice and kind of gives you a summary of where you got to that point. And then he starts remembering things that...
He becomes aware that he's lived through this.
And so does Colin, which is that guy.
Yeah, Colin the weird guy.
And because of that, I started feeling like any choice that I had to go with Colin, I kind of did. Because I felt like they had a connection, and I felt that was the way forward.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Did you do the acid?
Yeah, that was fucking full on, eh?
Yeah.
His eyes had like looked like...
Yeah, when took his glasses off, his eyes like...
Yeah, and that was cool because it kind of, to people who wouldn't have, I mean, I pretty much understood what was going on by that point anyway, but to people who wouldn't have, it would have been a very good way to describe what was happening.
I mean, I've never done acid because drugs are bad, kids. But
that's illegal.
Yeah, and I would never do anything that was illegal. But I have it on good authority that, the trip was actually pretty accurate to the drug. Like, you know those movies where they smoke weed and all this shit happens? You're like, that's not what weed's like. Not that I know what weed's like either. But
we're not in America.
Yeah, we actually live in California and it's all legal here, so... Yeah. No, we live in some crazy police state, backwards Brisbane, where we can't smoke a plant. Anyway, we're not talking about that. I thought the trip, it looked like acid. It was like acid was.
It wasn't over the top, just cartoons and stuff. It was like the kind of, he had like the things just following his hands and stuff. And it seemed like two separate trips too. He was having the visual and the other guy was having the mental ranting like sort of one.
Yeah, he was full getting into it.
Yeah.
It lets you see the bigger picture.
And then did you choose Colin to jump or the main antagonist?
I chose Colin to jump.
Yeah, so did I.
And I felt bad after I did too.
Well, yeah, the trip kind of takes a turn for the worse because he's just witnessed somebody jump off a balcony.
And then his business comes like, he literally just met his wife and daughter. I'm like, nah, you jump. I'll see you around.
I mean, I guess it would have been interesting to see what happened if the main guy had a jump.
I feel it would have just put you back like
it
did when he jumped anyway.
Because he's like the main protagonist.
So at this point, it's basically going on about how there's, with these choices and everything, it's basically goes on about parallel universes and stuff like that. Every choice you make kind of splits up. It's like the multiverse theory or whatever.
Yeah. It goes into like the idea of determinism too, which is like that we don't actually make any decisions based on our genetics and the environment around us. Like our decisions are all kind of made up. We have the illusion of free will, but really we don't. Like we were always going to do whatever, which it makes sense to a degree, but I feel like there have been some decisions in my life where I was on a knife edge and I could have gone one way or the other.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, maybe that's true.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you wouldn't know if it wasn't.
Yeah, there's no way to really test it, I guess. So yeah, it moves forward. What happens after that?
That's when he goes to the to the therapist office instead of going to follow Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I followed. Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts back to that point where he gets to the office or whatever. I thought we were going to the pub for lunch.
Yeah, his dad tricked him.
He
So
knew something was coming with his dad too.
yeah, there's this whole like subplot with his mum, and his mum died because
You
of
chose to go back into the memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It would have
Yeah.
really depressed. No, why would you bother?
Yeah. Oh no, I said no at first.
Oh really? Did it kind of make you go back?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I wonder what happens if you just keep on clicking
I wonder
no.
what happens if you don't click anything. Because it runs out of time.
Yeah, I think it just makes a random decision for you, I guess. Just...
It would be on whatever it's highlighted on, I'd say.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's this whole backstory with his mum who died in a train crash, and he kind of felt responsible for it. What did you do when you got up to the... Well, I don't even know if you got up to this point, because it might have changed before then, but with the kill dad point, did you kill dad?
I didn't want to kill Dad. Honestly, I thought this guy's just trying to do the best that he can for his son at this point, who seems like he's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
So I went the complete opposite. You know, I wouldn't destroy the computer whenever I had the option to.
Yeah, neither did I. That didn't make sense.
Exactly to the plot. It's like, what?
Why would you do that?
And then I decided not to kill Dad. What was the other option? Shout at Dad, wasn't it? No, that was fuck off, Dad.
Yeah.
There was another option that wasn't kill Dad when they were in the kitchen. I don't remember what it was. It was something like storm off or some shit.
So did it end up forcing you to kill the dad?
Eventually, yeah, with the ashtray.
Yeah, you just like hit him once.
But that was like way down. It pushed it back heaps.
Yeah, I killed him straight.
The amount of... Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was good.
No, it keeps pushing you back.
Yeah.
Until you do it. Like, although I thought it was really interesting the way you'd repeat the same scenes, but it had different options you could do. Like with the computer talking to you part.
I don't know if I
Well,
did that.
did you do the code to get into the room? PAC or PAX?
I'd hit the wrong one, so it didn't go into it.
You went PAX.
Yeah.
Because I went with Chrissy on that one. I'm like, okay, you can choose a different one. I'm pretty sure PAC because old mate.
Yeah, he
was
talks
talking
about Pac-Man and how Pac-Man.
But I went back to that point 3 times, so I was able to do every option for that.
Yeah, true. I didn't do the code, and like that was it, and moved on. I think actually that time I was sitting on the couch and I was too slow, and I picked PAX, and I was like, fuck, that was the Pac-Man thing.
Yeah, no, that shit.
And that was
connected,
done.
man.
What happens there?
Well, with the PAC one, so you know you're on the computer and you have the choice with that symbol, which is actually really cool because it's a symbol used in a previous Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
And that one, have you seen White Bear? The one where that chick is like repeating the same thing over for people's amusement, and all these people have that. They have that symbol on.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
and
not
the other one was like the Netflix symbol, which is interesting.
I did both of those.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I went with the normal symbol first, and that just led you to kill Dad or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I didn't do that, I
took you back.
And then I did the Netflix choice,
Mm.
which was really interesting
Mm.
because you all of a sudden Netflix is like, oh, we're watching you from the 21st century. We're controlling what you do. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and then you just say it tries to explain what it is. It's all online. It's multi-platform. It's like I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just the
and
80s.
then he ends up going to the office of the chick.
Yeah.
And he ends up like full on like punching her, smashing up thing. Because there's a point where she goes, if you're really in a TV series, don't you think it'd be more interesting than sitting in this room just talking as normal people? Then all of a sudden it's either yes or fuck yeah. You gotta choose. I didn't go with fuck yeah. I went with yes. At that point he like smashes her in the face and starts wrecking her office. And then the dad comes in and starts picking him up and like choking him to death.
Holy shit.
So then you can choose to kick him in the balls, which is what I did. And then he runs and someone's dragging him out of the office. And he's like, was that exciting enough for you, bitch?
Yeah.
And it pushes you back.
Yeah, the therapist just kind of disappeared at a point for me. Like,
Yeah,
she was in that. I think she was in like 2 opening scenes, and then she was gone. Oh, she was right at the end where he was kind of explaining what had happened. So yeah, no, it's really cool concept, I guess, because there's all this different shit that I didn't see.
Black Mirror is the perfect show for interactive storytelling.
When I started out, I thought, well, this will be fairly straightforward. I'm sure I'll have to draw a flow chart at one point. Cut to several months later, it kind of exponentially started to balloon.
Charlie got enamored of the butterfly effect. If you change this little thing, imagine what it would do here. But if you change this little thing, imagine what it would do here. To really understand how it all fits together, needed whole new tools to be invented.
So that means that you didn't see, if you got the cabinet open and choose PAC, you start seeing that it's all fake. Like, his dad's been filming him this whole time. The part where the mum leaves was all on camera outside
No,
the
I didn't
set.
see any of
And all
that.
this stuff, and then he goes with that, and he kills his dad. This is how I got to the kill the dad bit. And he calls up the therapist who's at a wedding or something like that, because it's like, you know how he says you can, or if you listen hard enough, you can remember the numbers? Oh, because you would have done that part where he called the therapist after he killed the dad, right? And he had to piece together the phone number?
No, he like goes in and sees it.
Yeah, right.
I chose to cut up Dad.
You could choose to cut him up. I didn't get that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just hit him with the ashtray and that was it. And then he goes and calls the therapist and it plays back all these memories of these different numbers and you have to piece together what the telephone number is.
Okay,
And
no.
then he calls her and tells the receptionist chick that he's just killed his dad. He's going to kill her next.
Yeah, I killed Dad, and then it was like bury body or cut up body, and I'm like, okay, I'll cut up the body, and he cuts up the body. He delivers the game, and then he goes into the therapist. He's like, "How you going?" Blah blah blah. It's like, "Yeah, all good. Dad's on holiday," and like cuts to like images of him like sawing the dad with like a saw in the bathtub and stuff. And then yeah, he gets arrested and goes to jail for murder, and the game gets pulled.
Yeah, right. And was that the ending for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So after basically all I did that, I got the ending with the Netflix thing, but then it told me I could either go to credits or push back. I decided to push back because it didn't feel like the proper ending.
It gave you like the choice to go back after the credits and redo some stuff. I did one of them and then I was kind of like, if I want to do that, I want to rewatch the whole thing.
So you didn't do the scene where he goes into the mirror and goes back to when he was a kid?
No.
So you know how he says mirrors are portals into memories? People just don't realise?
Yeah.
He literally goes up to the mirror after he's lost his shit and puts his hand inside the mirror and then he goes in and comes out as that little kid the night that his dad hit him.
Yeah, true.
And then you have to go and get it out of the cabinet.
Yeah.
And then the dad catches him getting the toy out and he goes, "It's okay, you can hold on to it." And then so he puts it on the bed and the mum's like, "Come on, are we gonna go? Are we gonna go?" And then you found the toy under the bed.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "You come?" She's like, "Oh, we're gonna miss the 8:30 one. We're gonna have to catch the 8:45 one. Are you gonna come with me?" And then you had the choice to go or not.
Yeah.
In my mind, I felt I'm gonna go with her and die with her, and that to me feels like the appropriate ending, which is exactly what happened.
Oh, really?
I went with her, went on the train, didn't show the train crash.
Yeah.
It flashed out to white, then all of a sudden he's just sitting in the therapist office like this, and she goes, the guy's like, "Oh, he's dead." And she's like, "But he was just talking to me. All he did is close his eyes." He's like, "Yeah, no, he's dead."
Yeah.
He went back into his memory, died in the memory, and then he was dead in the reality, and that was the end. Which I thought was a really good ending.
Did you kill Colin for a second time?
Could you do that?
I had after the credits where it gave you the opportunity to go back, and I went bury Dad, and then he starts to go and bury Dad, and that game guy, the guy who ran the company, he was kind of this funny, like aloof Indian guy with a big beard and long hair.
I liked his character.
Yeah, he was a cool character. He wasn't like a hard out boss. He was kind of like a living life type of guy. He tells Colin to go to his house and help him, the main guy. I don't remember his name, whatever his name was.
The story itself focuses on a young guy called Stefan Butler.
Stefan, sorry. That's alright, I get it all the time.
And basically, Colin rocks up, sees him burying his dad, and then actually no, I don't think he doesn't end up stabbing him. He like pulls the knife to Colin, and Colin's like, "Yeah, he ain't kill me or not kill me, I don't care, I'll just relive this." And then he goes home, and then he buries the dad in the backyard, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
He never, in that choice, he never gives him the game, and he ends up going to jail. And then some chick, like in our time, remakes the game. No, she makes the Netflix movie that I just watched. So then it cuts to like a news report of, "Oh mate, blah blah blah, charged for murder, burying his dad," and then it's like this controversy, this new chick remaking the story into a Netflix documentary. And then it goes to her, like, making the Netflix thing.
Actually, that reminds me... Sorry.
Oh,
that actually reminds me that I did have a thing like that too. There was twice with that game show thing. Both times it was a really bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a great game or whatever. But there was one where it said that the reason this game is so compelling is the story behind him killing his dad and then dying and so on and so forth, which I was like, that's cool. I wonder if there's a way you can do it and he actually gets a good score for the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seemed to really want you to destroy the computer though, hey?
Yeah, I
Spill tea on the computer.
I never destroyed it. Although the chick making the Netflix documentary, I got her to destroy the computer.
Yeah, right. So you were able to control her as well.
Yeah, even though it was like after the credits, like it was over.
Yeah, right. Damn it, I didn't watch after the credits, so no, but it wouldn't because it popped up with this thing coming up, playing this trailer in so many seconds. So maybe that wasn't because my choices. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole lot to it. I thought maybe there were like, I don't know, a couple extra minutes or something in it, but I guess there's a whole lot of other options and a lot of paths you can take, apparently.
I thought it was going to be like one of those things where there's like one big choice in the middle which can lead to two different endings.
Yeah.
But it's clearly like this massive chain of
Yeah, well, there were
things
several
you can do.
choices that you made which led down several paths that I didn't lead down. I think I picked like the main like ones, and it like kind of finished off pretty quickly, and he just killed his dad. And
I kept trying to go against what I thought most people would try and do.
Yeah,
because I wanted to see what sort of thing it would go to. Except for I figured people are going to kill dad because let's kill someone. They have the opportunity. So I'm like, no, let's like. Of course, with the acid, I'm like everyone's going to pick to do the acid. Why would you
would you not do that?
It's always cool to see those sorts of scenes.
Yeah,
everything about that scene was so cool.
It was. But...
Stefan, you're worrying me. Leave Stefan out of this.
Please, Stefan. Your fate has been dictated. You're not in control.
But yeah, I wonder what happens if you don't pick the acid. Might just tell you to do the acid.
Because he doesn't press you. Like, there's no way he'd force you. He's like, it's completely up to you.
Yeah. So no. Basically, in conclusion, I mean, as far as like a narrative and a story goes, it was pretty good for like Black Mirror. It wasn't up there from what I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, but I guess the interesting like element of it is this multiple choice thing, which you think would be jarring and break immersion and stuff, but turns out to be really interesting and open up all these different paths and storylines. And I really liked the way it was self-aware and breaking the fourth wall, and he was aware he was in this multiple choice thing with someone controlling him and starting to get on him.
I thought when like obviously you didn't do the actual thing where you choose Netflix, but like that to me was like that was definitely fourth wall breaking. It was just really cool because I mean obviously I wasn't typing this shit, but it's like that's probably what I'd say because you can choose whether to keep explaining to him or to stop. Kind of thing. And of course I chose to keep trying to tell him, but he's in the 80s, he has no fucking idea what the internet is. He has no idea about anything, so he's like, I don't understand anything that you're telling me.
Yeah. I gave him that symbol and he was like, oh fuck, I'm in a thing. Run downstairs and hit Dad in the head with an ashtray. Dad went down, so hard. Yeah, like one hit. I feel like I could take that. And
take an ashtray to the face.
And not die as quick.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought, I mean, the acting wasn't the best I've seen, but I think it was done well enough. Well, I mean, the main character did a really good job, I think.
Yeah, he was compelling and interesting.
I like Colin.
Yeah, Colin.
Good job. I think the dad's was pretty average.
Yeah, it was kind of flat and boring, but that was
the therapist was. I mean, she played a good therapist, I guess.
I
had standards for therapists on high because of Sopranos.
Yeah, Dr. Milfy. That actress is great.
Yeah.
In fucking Goodfellas.
Like she can pull off being a flat sort of person, but an interesting character. Well,
yeah, there's a lot of depth and like exploration into that relationship with Tony and Milfy. That's like a 7-season arc there.
Yeah, that's true. There's only so much you can squeeze into a short movie.
Yeah.
You project all these qualities onto me. You don't know me. This is what happens between doctor and patient.
I honestly really enjoyed it. I think anyone who's going to watch it because obviously we haven't seen everything that happens in it, which means you won't necessarily either.
Yeah, I'll probably go back in a few months and try to get shit that you've seen, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this thing, it's like a gimmick and it would get tedious. Like, I'd do it again with a different show, but if they keep on making interactive things, I'll just get bored of it. Like,
Well, for me,
it's kind of exciting because it's the first time.
For me, I'm going to watch it if I feel like it is necessary. You know what I mean?
Or to like show somebody.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really cool thing that you have to try, and I'm really glad I did.
Yeah.
It was really cool, multiple choice. It's just like a multiple choice book, but in movie. And there was no like weird pauses when you had to choose or anything. It flowed perfectly.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't like a hard cut to a different scene. It just, he got the choice and he picked it and then it flowed naturally into the next scene.
Which was done really well.
Yeah, done really well. Yeah, so good on Netflix for pumping out cheap media into our households. Don't need to go into like fucking shit.
Cheap for us, not cheap for them.
No, they're spending like, I think last year they spent like $1 billion on making shows.
But it pays off. Like it's like I was saying actually, like you could not pirate this movie. You could not illegally download it because you'd have to illegally download a way which everyone has made specific choices already.
Yeah, well,
it's not just
normally I cut clips of the thing into here, so maybe I'll try and download it and see what it is. But obviously, it's not going to be interactive.
Clips on YouTube of it.
Yeah,
you could probably. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah, I seen it. Seen it on Netflix, like advertising it to me. I was like, I'll watch it one day.
Because I thought I did hear something Black Mirror was coming out in December, but I thought it was going to be another season. But it was like a movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like Doctor Who does like a Christmas special. It was kind of like that.
I think they've done this instead of the full season though.
I think full season's been pushed back, which is fine.
Which is fine. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's not one of those things which I like from a rush, especially not with something so much that I enjoy this much. If they rushed it, would lose everything.
Yeah, I don't think they should rush anything anymore. I mean, seasons used to come out like on the year every year, but you know, like Game of Thrones. Now it's taken longer.
2 years.
Westworld's taken longer. Doctor Who's taken longer. George R. Martin's taken 20 years to write the next book. Just like take the time. Like this is gonna in like 50 years is gonna be like a thing. It doesn't matter the time frame of when it come out then. Like this is art. This is the legacy.
And if you want it to be timeless, you want to get everything right.
Yeah. Imagine if the Beatles were like rushing out Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. We need to get this out.
Those cunts were releasing albums like two albums a year.
Yeah, 2 albums a year every year. They made 12 albums. They made 12 albums in 7 years.
But then again, you can look at stuff like Tool, and they take years between their albums, and that's fucking worth it.
Yeah. That makes sense. You can hear like the meticulous like technicalities of every note and every change in time signature placed exactly where they want it for the best quality song.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. Check out old Bandersnatch.
Bandy Snooch.
Bandy Crash, Bandicoot.
Crash Bandy Catch.
Yeah, on Netflix. Because Netflix is sponsoring the channel.
That would be fucking great.
Yeah, unless they started telling me to do stuff, then I think.
All they'd tell you to do is say get Netflix or put an ad in front of your thing or.
Yeah, probably. Alright. See you later.